Hey yo, I'm Nick.
Hello and welcome, I'm Kat.
This is a series about how we designed our very own caravan and put it to the test.
We take you on a journey through the building phase right through to the fun parts.
You'll see how I designed the electrical system so you can build one for your very selves.
So join us on this elf wing adventure as we travel the countryside and take in some spectacular sights. Let's go! So we're off to Dale's Gorge next, where we get to check out Fern Pool and Fortesque Falls. Unfortunately, Circular Pool is now permanently closed.
And you'll see in the video, I've filmed the cliff face there, but some massive boulders have just fallen and destroyed everything in its path, so it's not safe, and that's why it's closed.
So we took the long way around and we walked through to Fortescue Falls. Lots of fun, lots of stepping stones. Once you do get to the falls itself, beautiful cascading waterfalls. The rock formations look like staircases, so you can, pop your stuff down, have a picnic if you wish. And yeah, when you do jump into the water though, be careful because the rocks are very slippery.
And then from there it's like 1,200 meters to Fern Pool, and it's just a stunning waterfall. Like, you can't miss it. It's beautiful to see and
very picturesque.
Yeah.
With lots of ferns around, hence the name. Also try and get there before 2 p.m. so it's the sun is hitting the water as well, so it's a bit warmer. Anyway, see you there, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
I just don't know. I'ma show you what I'm made of. Or who the hardest. I just don't know. I'ma show you what I'm made of. Or who the hardest. I don't know. I just don't know. I'ma show you what I'm made of. I just don't know. I come to kill and crucify. Yo, I'm a killer. The most high, the holy exalter, the most high. The most high. 'Cause I'm still number one. The most high. Competition is on. I would say I'm nice. Step into my zone and get blown. Nobody's bad as me. Step into my zone and get blown. Bad as me. Step into my zone and get blown. This is the track that broke your mom. Step into my zone and get blown. If I wanted you killed, you'd already be dead. Candy to blow your mind. Oh, who the hardest? Candy to blow your mind. Come on, y'all know. Candy to blow your mind. Oh, who the hardest? Been in the works for a long time. Candy to blow your mind. Oh, who the hardest? Candy to blow your mind. On a mission to accelerate. Candy to blow your mind. Oh, who the hardest? This motherfucker be incredible. I'm still staying the same. The pain, you ain't ready. My flow's too deadly for your brain. I'm too raw. 'Cause some things don't change. Now we letting fools know what time it is. I'm too raw. I'm too raw. Niggas all on my shit. I'm too raw. Boss, I'm all who the hardest? I just don't know.
when you're building up your battery system, one thing you're going to want is your sine wave 1000 watt inverter. This converts your 12 volt battery power into 240 volt AC household power. It's operated by a little switch here, and you just hold it down and it'll beep on, and that is then receiving power from the batteries and turning it into household power. Now, this plug here just acts as an extension cord into the van, so that basically you just got to treat that as your household thing. But we've run this, and if you just get a long extension lead, you can plug it in and it has the same effect, and I'll show you that in a minute. This grey cord is for the remote switch, which is here, and so the remote switch is on a long grey cord. That's it there, and it goes all the way into the van as well. I'll show you that as well. And the remote switch, you just flick it on and it acts as this switch here. But I've actually included this into my little power outlet just to make it look nicer, and I'll show you that in a second. And at the back here, while we're here, I'll just quickly show you, this is your input from the batteries. This red cable runs along here into your fuse, which is supplied with the inverter. When you buy this inverter, you're going to get this fuse block as well, and that will go on your active 12 volt line, and that runs up across here and into your bus bar, which is connected to your positive of the batteries. The negative, which is there, runs down up here, across and into this bus bar, and that is also connected through the shunt, which goes to the display and into this negative terminal here, and that's your battery system. They will also be supplied on my website when the time comes, and that's that. And I'll show you where this ends up in the van. So that's it there. It's just your regular household socket. This is the remote switch I was talking about, and you just flick it on like that, and a little LED comes on, and that indicates that the inverter's on. Then, you know, I don't have to show you this, but that's on. You plug in whatever you need, and just to prove to you that it works, we come around here, and that's it there, and it's on and it's doing its thing. All it says really is that it's getting 13.6 volts from the battery, and there's no current being drawn because there's nothing operating. If I plug something in, there'd be a number here saying how much current's being used, and then to turn it off, you just hold that down and off it goes. Alright, so that's your inverter. I'll slowly go through all the different components here, but that's the first one. It's pretty basic to set up, and yeah, that's it.
You do kind of blend in.
This is the DC to DC charger. It's it gets from here. I don't know if you can see that runs to the solar, and then there's another cable runs down here through here, and that goes into the alternator through this Anderson plug. Now, what this does is it gets the gets either power in. See these little indicators here. There's the battery, the sun, and the alternator. So channel 2, the alternator is not plugged in, so there's no channel 3, and channel 2 means it's getting voltage from the sun. As you can see, it's pretty rubbish weather at the moment. In fact, it's actually drizzling a little bit. But so there's not going to be a lot. There's only 0.9 amps coming through at 13 volts. Now, to set this, these are my batteries. I ordered these. I don't know if they go good during the trip. Maybe I'll stock them and sell them. It was part of the Elf Wing package, but that's yet to be decided. So you can see here they're 120 amp hour lithium batteries, and you set the charge voltage to 14.6 volts. So in order to get into the menu settings here, you just hold down menu for 3 seconds or something like that, and then you hit select until you get to lithium. Obviously I've already sorted this out, but go to lithium, set, it will click, then you go into this settings, and then so for the bulk charge you want 14.6, which is this rating of this battery. Click set. For the float charge you want a 40 amp hour, which means it's above, because there's 2 batteries, I got 240 amp hours, and 40 amps is above, you can check the manual, but it's above 200 amps. So I've got above 200 amps, so I set it for 40. Then the L is the termination current. It says if you got lithium or you're not sure what the termination current is of the batteries, just set it to the highest. So 8 is the highest, and you can cycle through 4, 6 or 8. So I put it on 8 amps termination current. I think that's when it changes from absorption to bulk or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, 8 is, just click the highest there, and then you're good. And then once that's done, just hold menu, I think, and it pops you out of it or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, it's getting 13 volts and 0.5 amps, which is pretty rubbish. And I'll show you that's our solar. It's another Enerdrive product. I think it's a 300 watt solar panel. I can't actually remember now. I'll double check that. But yeah, that's the DC to DC charger. And yeah, when I'll be setting up the alternator later, so I'll show you that as well. Alright, peace. Now all we got to do is walk back up. Okay.
So that was beautiful Dale's Gorge. How magic was that? So now we're heading over to Gorge, where we're going to check out Kermit's Pool and Handrail Pool.
Stick around for that one. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.